What's up guys, this is Gautam Johar. I hope you all are doing well. So as I mentioned in my blog post that I'm going to explain NSXT security features from the Advanced Networking and Security tab. Earlier in my older post I have explained the same thing but from this networking and security tabs. So this is known as the policy interface. So in policy interface I covered the distributed firewall where uh, you you saw that how to configure these application, environment, emergency and infrastructure rules. So it's the same thing I'm going to explain you but from the advanced networking security tab, and in this advanced tab we have some additional features like we have this bridge firewall, the L2 bridge firewall. We can configure the edge firewall. Edge firewall is only available here in the advanced networking and security, and distributed firewall is the common firewall between the policy and advanced interface. Okay, so as you have seen that from this networking and security tab, the distributed firewall, the rules are already implemented here. If I click on application, then you will see that 3-tier app is already applied, right? However, the policy is disabled, firewall rules are disabled, so we need to make sure that all the rules which are visible here must be disabled if we want to see the effect of the firewall rules created in this tab. Okay, so first of all I'll make sure that none of the rule is enabled in this policy interface. So this is disabled, and let me check out this one as well. This is enabled, so I'm going to disable this. Publish. Okay, so I have disabled all the rules. Now what would be the impact if I check here? If I try to ping the virtual machine IP, that is 10.12, it is still pinging. Why? Because my policy is blacklisted here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change this connectivity strategy from blacklist to whitelist, so that my old traffic coming to this firewall will not be allowed, and if I want to allow anything, then I will explicitly create a rule here to allow the traffic. So now let's check if I can ping or not. Okay, so you can see clearly that after selecting this whitelist I cannot ping it. So now what I'm going to do is I will create DFW rules here in the advanced networking and security, and will allow the traffic for this 10.12 and other servers, which are my web server 2, web server 1 has 10.11, DB server has 30.11, app server has 20.11. So for all these IP addresses I should be reachable, and I'll do all this configuration from advanced networking and security because my policy interface has no firewall enabled, and connectivity strategy is whitelist, which is applicable for both interfaces, that is policy and advanced interface. Okay guys, so let's see how can we do that. It's very simple. So I clicked on distributed firewall here, and you can see a number of firewall rules already created here, but because there is no rule to allow the traffic of these IPs, I'm not able to ping these IPs. That's why. Okay, so I'll create a rule to allow the traffic of this particular 10.12 first. Okay, let's see. Okay, so I'll create a add section here. Just collapse it. I'll create a new section. Let's create a boo, and I'll put the name 3-tier app. That's a rule as well. Okay. Okay. Just let me put it again. 3-tier app rule, and you need not to select anything here. Just click on OK. So as you can see that my section is created. Now let's add rule in this section. Click here, add rule. So now my source would be any, and my destination, which I because why any? Because I want to I want to access these IP addresses from my PC. I mean from my this jump server. So that's why rather than putting a single IP address or something else, I'm just putting it any just for the demonstration purpose. And destination, as you know, that it will be my that server. So logical switch, logical port, and NSG group. We have these three options. Rather, you can select these, or you can also mention a single particular IP address as well. So let's see here first. If I select logical switch, then I have these logical switches: LS app, DB, and WAP. So if I want to select this app, then click here and move it here. So now I will be able to ping my application servers which are in this logical switch, that is ls-app app. Click on OK. So now my source is any, my destination is LSAPP port group, right? Which service I want to allow? Let's find ICMP. Sorry. Yeah, ICMP allow. All basically is for IPv6, so I would not like to choose it here. It's a reply and request. I would like to add these two ICMP requests. Okay. So here you can see ICMP v for all. Okay. So if you want to add this, then it would be good. Okay. Context profile, let's leave it and apply it to my DFW, distributed firewall. Action allow, I want to allow, and rule is enabled. So now you need to publish this rule from here. Click on publish. Okay, now this rule is published now. So what my destination is ls-app. You just go to the vCenter server and see what is the IP address of my application server, which is in ls-app. So this is in ls-app port group or logical switch or segment, you can say. So the IP address for this virtual machine is 172.16.20.11. Let's see if I can ping it. So this is the another IP. Cancel the ping and then ping 172.16.20.11. This is the ls-app app server. Okay, I can reach, right? So on the same side, let's try this as well, and let's see if I can ping it or not. 16.30.11. Can you ping it? Of course not, because I have not added this server into my destination list. Let's break this ping and initiate a continuous ping. Okay, so let's go back to your NSX manager and modify the destination and add okay, so I'm adding this database switch as well, LSTP. Okay, hit on publish and let's see. Okay, as you can see that as I did click on publish, the replies started coming. Okay guys, so this is the DFW firewall rules implementation from the advanced interface.